Hi guys, welcome back to another online lesson. This one is lesson 8.6. We're going to write and graph inequalities. So my first problem here, it asks us to circle all of the numbers that are possible answers. And this says, I ran more than 4 miles this weekend. So we need to circle, of these numbers here, what numbers could possibly answer that I ran more than 4 miles this weekend? Well, if I ran more than 4, did I run 4? No, because it says I ran more than 4. 5 is an answer. 6, I could have run 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those numbers work because they are all more than 4. I didn't run 4, 3, 2, or 1 because those are all less than 4. Here's another example. In this one, you have at least 2 people in your group. Now the key there is at least 2 people. So think about it. If I have 1, is that at least 2? No. But what if I had 2? That would be at least 2 because 2 is 2. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Notice the pattern. At least 2 is 2 and all the numbers going up, increasing. And if I continued on, remember it doesn't stop at 10, I could have 11, 12, 13, and on that direction. That would all mean at least 2. Let me erase this. And, okay, now we have to actually write inequalities. You must be over 12 years old. Okay, so we know you have to be over 12. These are things you probably have seen before. So you got to figure out what is an inequality that we can use to represent that. So let's say A is equal to your age. Okay, and your age has to be over 12 years old. So your age has to be greater than 12. And if A is your age has to be greater than 12. Now, let me see what that means. If my age was, say, A equals 13, if I was 13 years old, is 13 greater than 12? Yes, it is. What if I was 11 years old? So A equals 11. Is 11 greater than 12? No, it is not. So that does not work. That's a good way to check. Substitute it in. So A is greater than 12. Use that same skill down here on the second one. You must be at least 18 years old to vote. Okay, so again, we don't know how old you are, so we're going to say A equals age. And you must be at least 18 years old to vote. So 18, so your age has to be greater than or equal to 18. Because think about it. If you're at least 18, you're 18 years old. So it is greater than or equal to 18. And you can check it out. What if I was 17 years old and my age is 17? So is 17 greater than or equal to 18? No, it is not. But what if my age was something really old like 34? Is 34 greater than or equal to 18? Yes, it is, and that would work. And most of you are probably thinking right now the pattern would be in 18 years old, 19, 20, 21, and so on. Those would all work to solve this inequality. Now, the next step is we have to actually graph inequalities. Let me show you here. As soon as I erase this, you'll be able to see it a whole lot better. Okay, for this one it says A is less than 7. So, if A is less than 7, here's my number line. I'm going to put a little circle on 7 because A can't be 7. It's got to be less than 7. But it could be any of these numbers here. So I fill in the number line there. So what this means is when you see that open circle and the line going that way, A is less than 7. Boom. And that's how you would graph it. At the number is not included, and then shade less than. Let's look at another one. This one says x is greater than or equal to -2. So here's x, greater than or equal to. That's the key. We go to -2, and notice for greater than or equal to, I am filling in the circle. I'm actually going to change my marker to make it look a little bit darker. I go to -2, and my circle's filled in. And what that filled in circle means is that that number counts as well. -2, x is greater than or equal to, it's greater than. So I'm going to fill in all the numbers that are greater than -2. And it looks like that. That's how you would graph x is greater than or equal to -2. I got 2 more to try. Okay, this one. X is less than 0. X is less than 0. We're going to start at 0. It's going to be an open circle because 0 is not included, because 0 is not less than 0. And because x is less than 0, I'm going to shade in all the numbers that are less than 0. Just like that. And when I look at this, I see it's less than 0. And 0 is not included. That's why we use that little open circle. Erase it. Last one to try. This one here is x is less than or equal to 4. So, what I do is I go to 4. It's less than or equal to. So I fill in my dot. Whenever you see that or equal to, that means you fill in the dot because 4 counts. And x is less than or equal to 4. So I'm going to fill in all of the numbers that are less than 4. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. So when you look at it, x is less than or equal to 4. And what that means is all of these numbers could be substituted for x to make the statement correct. Thanks for watching. Take your notes, and we'll see you in class.